Why are American billionaires buying homes in the Philippines? It sounds unbelievable, right? For decades, the Philippines was seen as a tropical vacation spot, a place for tourists to visit, not billionaires to move into. But something has changed. Quietly and without much publicity, some of America's wealthiest families are turning their attention to the islands. Not just for vacations, but for homes, land, and long-term investments. The question is why? What do they know that the rest of the world doesn't? The truth is, the Philippines has become one of the most surprising real estate frontiers on Earth, and billionaires are taking notice. It started with whispers. Tech founders from California visiting Palawan, Hollywood executives investing in Tagaytay, retired CEOs quietly buying beachfront properties in Siargao and Bohol. Then reports started surfacing of private jets landing in Cebu and Manila, carrying names that raised eyebrows. People who could live anywhere in the world were choosing to spend part of their lives in the Philippines. But why would billionaires, who can afford villas in the French Riviera or penthouses in New York, suddenly fall in love with a country halfway across the Pacific? The answer is a combination of beauty, freedom, opportunity, and something more profound: peace of mind. Let's start with what's obvious: the natural beauty. The Philippines is one of the most breathtaking countries on Earth. More than 7,000 islands, white sand beaches, turquoise waters, and mountain ranges that look like they came straight out of a dream. Places like Palawan, Bohol, and Siargao have become global destinations, not just for tourists, but for people looking for permanent paradise. But beauty alone doesn't explain why billionaires are relocating their wealth here. After all, beauty can be found in many places. What makes the Philippines different is how accessible that beauty still is. In other tropical countries, owning a home by the sea costs tens of millions. In the Philippines, even luxury beachfront estates cost a fraction of that. And for billionaires, that's not just attractive, it's strategic. They're not just buying property. They're buying space, privacy, security, and the freedom to build without the layers of regulation they face back home. But the story doesn't stop at cheap land or clear waters. There's a deeper layer, one tied to the changing world we live in. Over the past decade, political division, overregulation, and social tension have made life in the United States feel heavier, even for the rich. Many of them are realizing that peace and privacy can't be bought in Los Angeles or New York anymore. Every move they make is watched. Every statement they give turns into headlines. But in the Philippines, they find something the West has forgotten: simplicity. Billionaires say it's one of the few places left where they can live quietly, surrounded by kindness instead of cameras. One American entrepreneur who made billions from tech told a reporter, "In the Philippines, I'm not a billionaire. I'm just another person enjoying life." That humility is what they crave, and the Philippines gives them that. They walk through markets, chat with locals, eat in small cafes, and experience a sense of normalcy that doesn't exist back home. For them, it's not about escaping taxes. It's about escaping noise. It's about finding peace. Another major factor is the rise of geodiversification, a term wealthy investors use to describe spreading their assets across multiple countries. After the pandemic and global economic uncertainty, billionaires learned the hard way that putting all their money and properties in one country is risky. They started looking for safe, politically stable, English-speaking nations with growing economies and friendly locals. The Philippines checked every box. The country has a young, educated population, one of the fastest-growing economies in Southeast Asia, and deep ties with both East and West. It's close enough to major Asian business hubs like Singapore, Hong Kong, and Tokyo, yet far enough to offer peace and affordability. And let's not forget, the Philippines speaks fluent English. That's a massive advantage. For American families, it means they can live, invest, and communicate easily without feeling isolated. The cultural connection runs deep too. Filipinos are known worldwide for their warmth, hospitality, and sense of community. That friendliness isn't just a slogan. Billionaires say it's what makes the Philippines feel like home. It's the only place where people smile at you without wanting anything in return, One American real estate investor said. You don't feel like an outsider here. You feel welcomed. Then there's the climate. While the West freezes in snowstorms or suffers through wildfires, the Philippines offers eternal summer. For those used to gray skies and crowded cities, waking up to sunlight, palm trees, and ocean breeze feels like heaven. Some have even called it the new Bali for the elite. But unlike Bali or Phuket, the Philippines still has vast, untapped areas. Thousands of islands waiting to be developed, private beaches waiting to be owned, mountain estates waiting to be built. And billionaires love to be first. They see opportunity where others see risk. They're betting that the Philippines will become one of the most sought-after luxury destinations in the next decade. And they're getting in early. Real estate experts say land prices in top Philippine islands have quietly tripled in the last few years, driven by foreign demand. But here's where it gets interesting. These aren't just vacation homes. Many billionaires are building what they call sanctuary properties. These are estates designed for self-sufficiency. Solar-powered villas with private airstrips, organic farms, desalination systems, and advanced security. In a world where pandemics, wars, and financial collapses seem possible at any moment, they want safe havens, and the Philippines gives them that. One of the most famous cases was a hedge fund billionaire who built a massive eco-estate in Mindoro. Locals first thought it was a resort, but it was actually his family's emergency retreat, complete with its own water supply and energy grid. When asked why he chose the Philippines, he said, because it's far enough from chaos, but close enough to civilization. That mindset is spreading. American elites are quietly preparing for what they call Plan B living. They want backup homes in countries with good healthcare, friendly governments, and welcoming cultures. The Philippines fits perfectly. The country's close relationship with the United States also helps. Americans don't need to jump through impossible legal hoops to invest. They can lease land, own condominiums, and start businesses easily. Many have even partnered with Filipino developers, creating luxury communities that blend Western comfort with local charm. Take Batangas, for example, just a few hours from Manila. It's becoming a favorite spot for high-end foreign investors, with private beach villas, yacht clubs, and mountain view estates being snapped up by Americans, Europeans, and Asians alike. Tagaytay, known for its cool weather and peaceful hills, has become another hotspot. Billionaires call it the new California because it offers the same scenery and tranquility without the price or the stress. And then there's Siargao, once a quiet surfer's paradise, now home to secret luxury villas owned by foreigners who fell in love with its simplicity. Locals say some of these homes belong to people whose names appear on Forbes lists. People who came for a vacation and never left. But beyond the lifestyle, there's another reason billionaires are moving in: the people. They say the kindness of Filipinos makes life richer. Security guards who remember your name. Neighbors who bring you food when it rains. Drivers who smile even when traffic is bad. For billionaires used to fake smiles and corporate walls, the human warmth is priceless. They talk about how life in the Philippines has made them feel human again. They find joy in little things. Eating adobo by the beach, joining fiestas, or watching sunsets without paparazzi. And they notice something profound. Filipinos are happy, even when life is hard. That happiness is contagious. One American businessman who built a mansion in Cebu said, "I came here for the property. I stayed for the peace." But here's what most people don't realize. This wave of billionaire interest isn't just about real estate. It's about timing. The Philippines is quietly becoming one of the most strategic countries in Asia, politically, economically, and geographically. It sits at the crossroads of trade, technology, and tourism. As China grows more powerful and tensions rise globally, the Philippines' alliance with the West makes it a safe bet for long-term investment. For billionaires, that's not just emotional, it's smart business. They see the Philippines as the next frontier, not just for relaxation, but for influence. Some are already partnering with local businesses, investing in renewable energy, healthcare, and tourism infrastructure. They're not just buying homes, they're buying into the future. And the local economy is benefiting too. Luxury developments are creating jobs. Resorts are reviving islands. New airports and highways are being built to connect provinces once forgotten. The billionaire migration is quietly transforming parts of the Philippines, but in a way that blends development with respect for local culture. The world is beginning to notice. Articles in travel magazines now call the Philippines Asia's hidden paradise for investors. Social media influencers showcase villas that rival Malibu mansions, except they cost a tenth of the price. And billionaires are spreading the word among themselves. A private club of American entrepreneurs reportedly listed the Philippines as one of the top 3 countries for future relocation and investment. The other 2 were Portugal and New Zealand. So what does this mean for the future? It means the Philippines is no longer just a destination for vacations. It's becoming a sanctuary for those who have everything except peace. The same people who built skyscrapers, tech empires, and global brands are now looking for something simpler. Sunshine, sincerity, and a slower life. The Philippines offers that in abundance. One day, you might see a billionaire jogging along a beach in Palawan, eating halo in Cebu, or attending a local town festival in Bohol. And you wouldn't even know. Because here, status fades. Humanity returns. That's the magic of the Philippines. So why are American billionaires buying homes in the Philippines? Because for the first time in a long time, they've found a place that feels real. A place where wealth doesn't define worth. A place where life feels full, not just rich. They're not running from something. They're running towards something better. Sunshine instead of stress. Peace instead of pressure. Community instead of competition. They came for investment, but they stayed for meaning. And maybe that's the biggest secret of all. The world's richest people are realizing that the greatest luxury isn't money. It's belonging. And in the heart of the Philippines, they've finally found it.